Hello friends, I'm here today with my February TBR. I'm doing the same thing as last month where I probably will not read all of these books. My goal is 6 per month, but I'm giving myself a little bit more than 6 just so that I have choices within my own TBR. It makes me feel better about having a list. First up, I have 2 ARCs that I received. The first is Dating Down by Stephanie Lyons. The release date on this is April 8th. Dating Down is the story of Samantha Henderson, who is a good girl who dates a bad guy that she identifies only as X within the book. She doesn't name him. The story, as far as I can gather, is kind of the story of how she got into it and how she got out of it. And it's told in scenes and in a very lyrical way. The description itself says that it's poetic, or I don't know if it's strictly poetry or if it's presented in that way, but I'm excited because I love lyrical writing, so I think that this will be interesting. Second, I have Zero Boxer by Fonda Lee, which is also being released on April 8th. Zero Boxing is this futuristic sport, and there's this guy named Carr who he's this up-and-coming star, so the association that is in charge of the Zero Boxing assigns him a girl who is his PR kind of marketing person, and her name is Risha. Maybe they fall in love. That's just a guess. Carr becomes a hero to the people who are on Earth, and Earth is a shadow of what it once was. The colonies outside of Earth have prospered more than it has. He learns a secret that is life-changing, and it puts everyone he loves, maybe Risha, in danger. I have 2 new releases that are coming out this month that I'm really looking forward to reading. The first is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I feel like if you've been on BookTube for more than 1 second, you've probably heard of this book. And if you are at all active within the community, you probably know at least one person who somehow got an advanced copy of this book. Meanwhile, we're like standing at the window looking in like sad puppies because we can't get our hands on these until the end of February, and everybody's inside with their ARCs and, you know, living it up and enjoying the book and creating all this hype, and I just really want to read this book. So if you've been in a coma for the last couple of months and you don't know what this book is about, it's about this guy who's a magician who can travel between parallel Londons. Second, we have Monstrous by Marcy Kate Connolly. There are a ton of great books coming out this month, but I had to like parse them down, the new releases, but I just couldn't get rid of this one. I really, really want to read it. I absolutely love the cover. I feel like it's just right up my alley, as is the description. Monstrous tells the story of Briar, which is kind of mysterious, and the girls who live there get sick and then disappear. Chimera can only sneak into the city at night because her father tells her that if any of the humans see her, they will kill her. She's got bolts in her neck and wings and a spiky tail, so she lives this kind of undercover life. Despite all of that, she does make a friend, and this person, this boy, I believe he knows more about the mysteries of Briar. The description says it's like a mix of Frankenstein and the Brothers Grimm stories, so I mean, the title might as well be Muddiness, read this book. For my young adult book club, we're reading Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. This was also a new release, but it was the book that my book club picked for February. There's a fantastic book trailer that I saw that I will link in the description so that you guys can check that out. The description on Goodreads says it's Graceling meets The Selection. Stop it. I'm gonna ignore that description. Really what this book is about is a society where there are 2 kinds of people. The red bloods are commoners and the silver bloods are the elite. The silver bloods get superpowers and the red bloods get to be poor. The protagonist's name is Mare Barrow, and I'm ignoring that too because it sounds way too much like marrow, like blood. So Mare is a red blood who has superpowers, and that is like not supposed to be a thing that can happen, and that sets the story into motion. I've got a book from the library that I had on hold for a little while and it just became available, so I have to read it before they take it away from me again. That's The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. It's a debut psychological thriller, and it tells the story of a girl who sees something unusual on her daily commute. I read some reviews about it, and apparently I'm going to hate every single character in this book, and whether or not I enjoy the book itself probably has to do with if I can get over the fact that all of the people in it are terrible. I also picked up some graphic novels from the library, and the first is In Real Life by Cory Doctorow and Jen Wang. It's got a little line, it's got a little endorsement by Felicia Day on the top, so do you need to know anything else about it? Probably. Amanda is a gamer who plays an MMORPG, and she befriends another gamer who is breaking the rules to make a living. And Felicia Day says that it's a great graphic novel for all gamer girls. Next, I've got Lock and Key by Joe Hill and Gabriel Rodriguez. Nothing about this really appeals to me, but enough people told me no, you just read it, you've got to read it, that I picked it up from the library. I've got the first 3 or 4 volumes. I looked over there because that's where they are. So basically there's this weird house and every door transforms people, and there's like this evil entity that lives in the house as well who wants to open the worst door of all, is what I gathered from the very, very short back of the book blurb. So I'm trusting everybody who was like, don't even worry about judging this book by the cover. Read it. So in my wrap up video for January, I let you guys know that I didn't actually finish Crest, but I will be finishing it soon. So I am picking another TBR jar thingy. Here we go. We've got Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. I've only read the first book in this series, The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer, and I didn't like it. I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. I will link my Goodreads review because it just captures how I felt at that moment so much better than I can, because mostly I forgot about this book. My review leads me to believe that I was very confused by the plot in this entire story. I hated the main love interest, and in general it just was not something that I enjoyed, but hey, it's my pick for February. There are 2 more books in this series, The Evolution of Mara Dyer and The Retribution of Mara Dyer. So I need to read those 2 things because I thought that this TBR jar thing would be a good idea. So that's my February TBR. Thank you so much for tuning into this video, and I will see you guys later. If I just put this back and I choose another paper, no one will know but me. I'm pretty sure the guy in the story had a crooked smile, so... Yay! Fun! Fun!